Amazing, we are back, and as I promised you guys, today we are having a beauty queen with us in studio. I like to say she's also a kingdom queen, but she should know that kingdom queen is my name on TikTok, so we have something in common, in that area. But it's such a delight to, have this conversation. I just feel like this will be therapeutic for me, and even for the people that are watching, and even for our guest today. There's just something about when we talk about the goodness of God, something about when we talk about where God has taken us from and where we are, that really ministers to our hearts and souls. So that's what we are going to be focusing on today. And of course, we have Linet Kinya with us, who is a beauty queen, an author, speaker, a mental health advocate. But I will let her give her own version of who she says she is. And of course, as I mentioned, guys, today we are going to be talking about overcoming depression and suicidal thoughts. So it's a very deep topic, even as we continue to ensure that we are raising awareness of mental health in this month of October. So you can join us in the conversation by sending your comments, questions to 0708 222 323. Also on Facebook at Hope TV Kenya, we are live, and also YouTube. That means you can share that link with somebody you feel may benefit greatly from this conversation. I just want to warn you that you should wear glasses, because the bedazzle is bedazzling in this studio, even as I introduce my guest, Linet. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much.
The glamour is glamoring. Oh, you look lovely. You look so beautiful.
Tk you so much. So do you.
Oh, thank you. We are so glad to have you, and I just admire your courage. I admire that you're a beauty queen and at the same time one who loves the Lord. Most of the time it's hard to get the two in one. We live in such a society, and you're young, you're beautiful, you're doing amazing things. So maybe just tell the people who Linet Kinya is.
Well, I am a beauty queen. I am born again. Christ is my Lord and Savior.
Amen.
More than anything, I love to speak about God. The far He has brought me. I am only standing by grace, to be very, very honest. And I am a firstborn of four very beautiful and handsome people.
That's amazing.
And a speaker and an author.
That's amazing. I'm also a firstborn. I see we have things in common, right? Only that I don't have a crown on my head, but it's there. That it's invisible.
That's the
but
word.
It's there. Yes, but thank you so much for joining us this day. We are delighted. Personally, I am thrilled because I know that whatever we're going to be talking about is something people need. But take us back to little Linet, and just beginning the journey of pursuing being a beauty queen. What was running in your mind as you went on those runways? I'm just curious to know, how did it all begin that now you're where you are today?
You speak of little Linet, it takes me back. Because growing up, I really did not think that I could be a beauty queen. I actually did not know it exists.
Oh, wow.
It's not like a dream I grew up with, I want to be Miss this and this and this. I did not think that was possible for me. And one day, I was watching Oprah, actually. I even Googled to see when it was exactly. In 2005, I was watching Oprah. And there's this lady, Miss Waldo, 1994, I think. She's called Aishwarya Rai, something like that. She was there, and she was so beautiful.
Wow.
I was like, oh my God, was this girl born like me? How is she this gorgeous? And I remember as a baby, I was 7 years? I think. This prayer came back to me recently. I told God, if you make me beautiful, not even that much, half of that, I will serve you with my beauty.
Oh, wow.
As in, it's just funny how I spoke it and now I am doing it.
Oh my goodness.
It's amazing. It started as a simple prayer that you just speak and you forget about it. So I grew up then in 2010, 2011 there. I see this soap opera. It was called Beauty Queen. So I watched it and I was like, is this possible for a girl like me? Like, you see these whites do things, and you wonder, can we African girls do such things? So I remember I was like, well, then, if it's possible, I would love to.
Yes.
Then I forgot about it. Then I go to campus now. I enter TUK, the Technical University of Kenya. And I loved wearing heels. I was a 6-inch person on rocks, on soft ground.
And you can be stable.
Comfortable. It was like
Jesus.
so normal. People are like, are you a model? No, I'm not. But you walk so nicely in heels. I'm like, well, I don't know, maybe it's a gift or something. So people called it out of me. So they started, just try be mistook, be mistook. I'm like, what is that? I'm like, you become the face of this campus. I'm like, me, like that, me. Who do I think I am to be mistook? So I never bothered as such, first year, second year, third year, until third year now. After my depression story, my overcoming story, is when I was like, you know what, I've hit rock bottom. What's the worst that can happen from trying? Yeah, like when you lose everything, it gives you even courage. You have nothing more to lose.
Yes.
So that confidence is what put me on stage. I was like, well, I might as well try. If I make it, well and good. If I don't, well and good. And that is where the journey started.
That's where it started.
Yes.
That's amazing. Because, I'm picking so many things from what you're saying. And the first thing is the faithfulness of God, that even when we forget what we prayed for, somehow God is faithful to himself, and so he fulfills it in due time. And even God using people to call it out of you. You could not have seen it, but then people called it out. And in fact, they were not speaking, it was not flesh and blood speaking,
right?
It was the Spirit of God, And you also mentioned something that I think we need to talk about your, is it your pastor? Also saying something like you being the Esther of this generation. I think I never saw Esther, but I think she looks like you.
Thank you.
But talk about what that statement meant for you, and how have you seen the manifestation of that word that was spoken over you, even in what you do?
So one day, now this will come later, more smoothly after I tell the other story.
Yes.
But one day I just go to church after, now I'm coming back to church. I'm like, well then, Lord, you promised, let me see you deliver. So I sit at the far back. I'm just seated there, and then Bishop, there was a conference going on. So after the conference, the bishop tells another lady to call me. So I had never spoken to my bishop. I have been in the same church throughout my childhood, but I was like, that's the man of God. You can't even say hi to the man of God. Like, you just know that's your bishop, but that's it. So we never had a conversation. So then he tells this lady to call me. The lady comes, Bishop is calling you. I'm like, me? Yes. Are you sure? Me? Because we were several. He's like, yes, the one in brown, and you're the only one in brown. I go, I'm like, well then, what's this about?
Yes, what have I done?
So he's like, hi, my daughter, how are you? Then he tells me that he's gotten this prophetic word when he was on the altar. Funny story. Something I haven't shared is I went to church that day. Oof, my God. My outfit was not so churchy. It was one hand and very short. So Bishop stands there and looks at me. I'm like, well, it's done. My outfit
is the problem.
Because I got inside and then I was just handed a lesson immediately.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I'm sorry, this is short. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Then I checked the lesson. So when I'm called, I'm like, well, it's about to go down for me.
Lecture time.
So he tells me when he was there, the Spirit of God spoke to him about me. I'm like, well, about my dressing, is it? That's what I'm asking myself in my mind. But it's like, you're going to be the Esther of your generation. God is going to use your beauty to draw people to himself. He told me that people are gifted differently. My bishop is funny, humor on top. So he was like, he's been given humor to bring people to Christ. If you're going through a lot, you just come to church. There's this joy that comes, that flows from him. So that's his thing. So he told me, God has given you beauty, and he will use it to draw people to himself. So you are the Esther of your generation.
Oh, my.
That time, I'm just from dropping out of campus. I am just from being homeless. I am just from going through depression. They tell me about Esther. I don't know who Esther is. I'm like, well, I was just smiling the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I had not yet won any crown. So this was not like a manifestation of what has already happened. It was before, like literally prophesying to dry bones.
Oh,
like you'll be the Esther. And he was so sure. Every time he met me, he would, hi, my daughter, how are you? Are you still with God? I'm like, yes, you are the Esther of your generation. So he said it so many times.
So powerful.
And I would go to the mirror. I'm like, what is Bishop seeing that I am not seeing? Like, what is he seeing? I sat down, read the book of Esther. I'm like, well, I don't get it. How is me and kingdom coming together? But I was like, well, then God, I don't know what it is, but you do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Oh
my goodness, that is so profound.
Yeah.
That is powerful. And to think that you had not even begun.
Not yet.
Being on those runways and then he calls this out of you.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's amazing. It's nothing short of amazing because when you think about it, actually Esther's beauty is what made her to be favored.
True.
And then God used that very beauty to save the Jews, you know, the people that were supposed to be killed.
Yeah.
So because she stood out, because of her beauty, she was more beautiful, more pleasant. She pleased the king.
Yeah.
Because of her beauty, she was given the queenship. And because of that, you know, Mordecai, of course, tells her that you're queen for such a time as this.
Sure.
So the beauty is a vehicle that God used for Esther. And now I understand when this pastor tells you this, it's true that God can indeed use beauty for his purposes.
Yeah.
So now let's take it back a little bit because today we are talking about one day at a time.
Sure.
So people see you looking beautiful and lovely, but I think they don't know that you've been on a journey.
Yeah.
They don't know the pains. They don't know the brokenness behind.
Yeah.
The Bible says that God gives us beauty for our ashes. And sometimes in order for us to see beauty, there are some ashes.
For sure.
That have been there, you know. So tell us about those ashes. Tell us about those moments that you struggled with depression and suicidal thoughts. Tell us from where it came from, how you handled it, and how it was for you in that season.
I think for me, it started, should I say, identity crisis or in search of knowing who I am. That is why I'm very strong about knowing who you are.
Oof.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Because when I entered campus, unlike most people, I did not have a career in mind. I did not know, I want to be a journalist or I want to be an engineer, a doctor. So I got good grades after high school. So I was like, I'm sharp. I can handle any course. So I was like, just looking for something that is money oriented.
Yeah, I feel you.
Because I always desired to speak to people.
Yes.
And for me, I always thought, for you to command the presence, to command people's attention, well, you have to have something. So for me, I thought money would give me that platform. So I went ahead to choose a career that is very extra. Yeah, in land. I was doing land administration. So when I entered I did land administration, and it was everything that I am not.
Oh my goodness.
So I enter, first year is okay, but second year I'm like, is this really who I am? I don't know yet what I should be doing, but this is not it. Because we're doing things like geography and physics that I dropped in high school.
Oh my goodness.
So every time the lecture was before me, I just felt I am lost, I am not in the right place. So second year, I tried to communicate that to my parents. I'm like, you know what, Dad, I don't feel this is the course I should be doing. I am more people. I am a people's person. I love talking. Maybe I should just choose something in lines to my strengths and my personality. My dad is like, no, you just finish the course that you started, and then those other things can flow afterwards. Of course, he meant well, but he did not really know the shoe because I was fitting it. So he was against it. So I try continue second year, but luckily or unluckily, there is a strike in school. So there's a campus strike. So that campus strike made me have this free time to do different jobs. I was in sales, I was in marketing, I was in and I was like, this is more me. I love this. I love interacting with people. So once it was time to go back to school, I was like, I'm not going back to school. I defied. My dad was furious.
Oh, I can only imagine.
And in the midst of all that, there were people who were like, you're so beautiful, try, air hostessing, try this and this. I was like, those light things that I love doing.
Yes.
So I applied KQ. And by faith, I moved to the likes of Pipeline, just near the Pride. Is it Pride in the school of Kenya Airways? So I move along those sides. I was like, you know what? I will get this by faith. I have all it takes. I have I move out of our home. I move to this side. I applied to KQ. They called me for an interview. I dress appropriately, like the black suit, black coat, pearl earrings, the perfect lipstick. Everything was air hostess material.
Yeah.
That is when I knew if God doesn't want you somewhere, you will not, no matter how well you look for it. So I go in,
powerful.
I pray, I'm like, you know what, let your will be done. God's will is no. I enter the first stage, it's English. The second stage is body measurements. So I was 5'3". So the person measuring us is like, we need 5'4" and above. I am really sorry. Clearly you wanted this by how you look, but I'm really sorry you will not make it to the next stage. I go back home, I'm like, okay, now what do? I've left school, I don't have a job. This was all my eggs in this basket, and it's backfired.
Oh.
So I try maneuvering, try look for another job, just something to sustain me as I wait, as I figure things out. Nothing was working. I'm applying for jobs here and here. I am not getting anything. I cannot sustain myself as I had moved out. My dad is furious because I left school.
Yeah.
So that's that. I'm also furious because he does not understand me. So we are out of connection. Yeah, so that is where my depression really started. Because I felt like no one understood me. I had this vision, it's like no one got it.
Yeah.
And then I am putting myself out there, trying to look for jobs. Nothing is working. So my house gets locked. So now I am outside.
Where?
Yep. So that is where it all started, yeah. So in that season of my, should I say closed doors, because we all get there, is when I was just crying. There's this period I was homeless. I would go to, because I was staying in town, I would go to Pius Miru's church, the Miracle Maximum Center. I would go there, pray, cry to God, ask him, have you forsaken me? What is going on with me? Have you brought me this far just to leave me here? And in that praying is when I would hear, like, I have not brought you this far to leave you here. And at the time, I didn't know of Jeremiah 29 verse 11.
Oof.
And then I kept hearing, Linet, I have a plan for you. The plans I have for you are to prosper you, not to harm you. I came to know that was a scripture later. But at the time, I just kept hearing, I have a plan for you. Trust me. This is not the end. So I will ask God, what do you mean this is not the end? Look at me. I'm not eating. I'm not showering. I'm just there, as in I'm just there. I don't want to ask for anybody's help because I don't know, pride pile here.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm just on my own. I will figure this thing out on my own, but I can't figure it out on my own. So yeah, that's how I just went. Oh
my goodness, like I even got chills because I'm trying to put myself in your shoes, the frustration of even the disappointment of, you can get this job, you're psyched up, you're pumped up, and then of course when now you've walked out of school, you're like, I will make it and I will show you people that I can make it, and then that dream, that vision is just crushed to pieces
right in front of you.
And now this beauty queen to be is homeless, confused, literally in church and broken. Oh my goodness, that is a painful place to be. And then now, how did things work out? Talk to us about even the suicidal thoughts. At what point did you now move from just being depressed to being suicidal? What happened?
So the staying homeless bit was a bit much for me. I was like, what kind of life am I living? Literally like a prodigal son.
Yeah.
Even when I went back home to my parents, they were calling me prodigal daughter.
Yeah, many.
Because I
African parents.
literally lived the prodigal son story.
Yeah.
I did not eat with the sheep. I just
The
did not
pigs,
eat.
yeah.
Yeah, with the pigs, I just did not eat. It was just like that. For a week, 2 weeks, I think, I was just homeless. So in that period, when you're down, it feels like years. But then sometimes I'm like, it's only 2 weeks. What was I crying about?
Yeah.
But it felt like years. A whole day feels like a long day when you're hungry.
That's
a whole day feels like a long day when you don't have a place to go. You don't have a next step. You're just there. So in that period is when I was like, what is good? What good is this life? I'm as good as gone. I mean, I feel like dying is a much better option. I might as well just die. There's peace there. I won't struggle. I won't need all these things that I need that I don't have. So that is when death, the devil is a lie. I felt like a much better option than the life I was living at the time. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. You remind me of a guy we interviewed who has written a book called The Deception of Suicide. Actually, that's what he was talking about. Suicide or death in itself deceives you that it's much better there.
It's much better there.
But you've just begun eternity and you're not sure where you will spend it. Like, it's even worse.
Kabisa.
Because I'm dying, I'm killing myself. That is wrong against God, and I'm doing it thinking that there's peace there, but really what you've left behind is tears, regrets. People are wondering, how could she? And it's like, it's the deception of suicide. It deceives you that it's much better on the other side. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry you had to go through that. That's a very bad season. You wouldn't wish it on anyone, not even your enemies, But talk to us about now rising up. Tell us about the moment that the transition from this girl who has suicidal thoughts and depressed and all that to being where you are. I mean, I'm curious to know, how did that transition? At what point did you move from point A to point B and things began to look good for you?
So on that night, I'm praying. There's a kesha there. I just went there to sleep, but there's a kesha, so now I have to pray.
Yes.
So I'm praying, and that is when God is replying all these things. I have a plan for you. So it's like a whole back and forth. What plans, God? I mean, can you not see what is going on? I am homeless. We are not talking with my parents. Nothing is working. I've left school. So what plans, Lord? Then he's like, just trust me, I have a plan. So from there, I like surrender or throw it to him. I'm like, if you think you can make something out of this mess, be my guest. And God, oh my God, I tell people, try God.
Try God.
Try God. He will. She told me to carry handkerchief. She was like, I don't think I'll cry, but I was like, try God. As in, because after that, like, you be my guest. My aunt calls me. She's like, hi, Linet, how are you? I want you to come tutor my kids, because then I was doing a side hustle of teaching people chemistry, maths, in high school.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're a hustler.
Yeah. So before we'd spoken when I had my own home. She called me like January. She's like, hi, I want you to teach them in April when they close. They can come to your place. I'm like, it's okay, no problem. So me being homeless, she didn't know. She calls me. She's like, since they are 2, I don't see why they should come squeeze at your place. You come at our place. You tutor them there. And then after that, we'll figure things out. I'm like, okay. She doesn't know I'm homeless. She doesn't know the situation she's just gotten me out of. So I leave. That is how I left. I went to her place with my two bags to go. I went there. She doesn't know what's going on. I just go. I tutor them. I save a bit of what she'd given me. After that April holiday, I move out to a small home. And then now I'm like, well, then now what is the next step? I get this idea, go look for work in town. So I go from restaurant to, so I was like, they turned me down for air hostessing. What is air hostessing? Literally just serving people. I'm like, I might as well do that then on the ground if they don't want me to do it on air. So I go to restaurants, asking them, do you have an opportunity? Do you need people? Then I go to this one in particular. Let me just shout out to them. Platinum Highlands is in town. And then they tell me they do interviews every Monday. Just come early. I go for that interview on Monday. With the little money I had, I go straighten my hair, nini. Use whatever you have. Make a simple clothes, make a simple makeup, make a simple hair. I go to that interview on Monday at 6. They told me to be there by 6 a.m. I find a room full of people. Unemployment is real. Oh my God.
Goodness.
We were 250 plus looking for 3 positions.
Oh my goodness.
I don't have experience in that. So I'm like, no, this is you, God. I don't know what to do, but you just give me favor. I go to the interview. I'm among the 3 that are picked out of 250 people. Like, I don't know. That was just...
That's favor.
Favor, right? I did not know about favor at the time.
Oh my goodness.
So I got picked. That's how I began this job at as a waitress. And there also God used people to speak to me. Everyone was on my case. I've never done that. Like, you get someone serve you, then you ask them questions about them. Hi, what do you do? I don't do that. People used to do that. They don't do that with others, but they were like, why are you here? You don't belong here. I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? You're in the wrong place. What were you doing before this? I would tell them, I was doing land admin, but I left it because of this. I could go back to school. You don't belong here. I get that a lot. I worked there for like a month, and everyone was like, you don't belong in this space. You need to go back to school. So by the time that 1 month is over, I have been spoken to about going back to school. I have decided, well, then I will go back to school. So I called my dad. He's like, I'll go back to school. Really? Like, yeah.
Imagine how he was feeling. Where?
So are you sure? I'm like, yes, Dad, I'll go back to school. I'm like, okay, come home, let's talk. Yeah, so I go home, we talk. And in that period of me going home is when now my bishop calls me, tells me about now the prophetic word. And then now September I go back to school, because that word was spoken to me in July, July somewhere there, July or early August. Then September I go back to school. Yeah.
So you went back to doing the land thing.
I went back to doing the land thingy.
And you finished?
Oh no, the story continues.
At what point did you like peace out again?
The same time, the same semester.
No way. Oh my goodness.
I go back to school. And then in that period, my mom used to work with some hairstylists. So there's this gig for Darlene. Then everyone used to know me because I would go there to make my hair. So they went to her, tell your daughter to come, we need her to be a model. So I go model for Darlene. This is October. Go model for Darlene. There were so many people, but now it's a hair competition. It's sort of high fashion. They pick the best hairstylist. You win an award. You win your medal. You win that cash prize. So there were so many people. I was so intimidated because there were so many good styles. So I just made a prayer. I was like, God, if you put me to top 3, these people called me out of my home. They believed in me. I don't want to like angusha them. So please give them something. Top 3, I'm okay. Even if it's number 3, just give them something. I got the top 3.
Wow.
I become the number 3 I asked for. That is when I learned about prayer. You better ask big because God honors your prayers. So powerful. So I got the top 3 position. So as I was studying land admin, I was hoping to do mistook. I was like, oh, finally now I can do this thing. Because when I had left school the previous year, I happened to come back to school on the mistook night. So I have these friends, I call like, form, 22, so we go. So I see girls on stage, I'm like, I can do this. Why didn't I do this? And so I make a prayer then, if I do come back, I will come back to do this. So I come back to Took with a mission of mistook beside the degree. So mistook finds me in a very mysterious way. I say, where God needs you, he will find a way to locate you. So this lady, I had saved energy drink. Just post a status.
Oh my.
I had contacted her for the energy drink job. But I never got it. But somehow I just retained the number. So I see her status, audition for Miss and Mistook. I'm like, oh, It's this year. I thought it would be next year, like 2020. This is 2019. Like auditioning, apply, fill this form. I just fill it. I'll forget about it. Then I see myself in a group. Then we're called for an audition. I go for the audition, my knees are trembling. I have not done this before. There are people who've been to Miss World there, there are people who've been to Miss Universe, people with more experience. I'm just starting. So I go shaking, smile, answer a few questions here and there. So I answer the question not even so correctly. I answer one part very well, the other part not so well. I'm like, well, then it's done for me. But again, when God needs you somewhere, He will have you there. So they say, well, today we'll not omit anyone. We want to give you all an equal ground, train you, and then we'll do an elimination after a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's favor right there.
Right there.
Hey.
Yeah.
And so that's how your journey began.
That is how my journey began.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I have so many questions. I'm like, do we even have time? I told you 1 hour is little. And you know, I mean, talk to us now about at what point did you again leave school? Like what happened and you decided that I'm not doing this? And now, you know, because I'm thinking there's that fear of what if things go the way they went last time.
Yeah.
So maybe talk about what happened and then you left school and what happened after that.
So on we do the competition. I head out. I felt like quitting, but my mom is like, just finish what you started. You go. If you don't win, it's fine. You've done it. But if you leave right now, you leave with a what if I did this. So I go on, and I remember, this is so funny. I remember asking my dad one day when we were just on a Wednesday, Dad, see, God knows who will be mistook. He's like, yeah. Then if it's not me, is there a need for me to pray? See, whoever is meant to be will still be. My dad nearly parked the car to answer me. He's like, no, you have to pray. Because if it was yours, you don't guard it with prayer. It's going to slip away. But if it's yours, you retain it. If it's not, well, then let God's will be done. I go back to Tuk, asking everyone, where is the Tuk CU? Where is the Tuk CU? I had never been there.
Yeah.
So I go, I sit down, I cry. I didn't know much about God. I didn't know a lot of scriptures.
Yeah.
I just sit down and quote what I know. God, you made David king. You made Esther queen. You broke the walls of Jericho. You can do this for me. I cry and I just leave it to Him. I really want this. You can do this. But again, if it's not your will, I am fine. So we do it. On Friday, I go on. The competition was so stiff. My winning, I don't know. I was just there. So I go, we continue. Then there was this one girl who was so okay. I felt like she was my competition. I was like, if it's not me winning, she's the one winning. So she was like, oh. So I hear her call. She's like, has she won? Everyone's like, no, she's Miss Congeniality. I'm like, what is that? Like, Miss Popular. So no one is mistaken. Like, yeah. Then I know I have won before I am even picked.
Oh my goodness.
Then I'm like, oh my God. So for me, that was like a seeing God moment. I started crying before I was called. Oh my God, you actually did it. It was seeing God do the most impossible thing. Literally, it's like giving Sarah a son at her old age. For me, winning Miss Tuk felt impossible.
Oh my goodness.
Impossible. Like, I was like, oh wow. And then everyone calls, the winner is, everyone is stuck number 1. Then I cry, then I'm crowned. So the thing I decided in my heart, and I told God is, if I win Miss Tuk, I know there's something else for me, and I am not doing this course anymore. But if I don't win it, that was like, initially your statement, like ultimatum.
Yes.
If I don't win it, I promise you, God, I don't know about first class, but I'll get the best second upper there ever is. I will focus on school. So me winning was an answered prayer. It was a sign. There's something else I should be doing. And that is where I was like, well, then this is not for me. I step aside.
And then what happened now?
So now I mistook. People, there's a thing about seeing is believing for people. So my dad sees this. So he's like, okay, okay, maybe she knows what she's doing, but he's not yet convinced. So it's a mistook. Then I enter Miss University Kenya. So now you go there to represent Kenya at the Miss University Kenya now. I mean, you represent Tokyo campus in Miss University Kenya.
Yes.
So now I'm competing against Miss KU, Miss Daystar, Miss USIU, all those. So I enter, and luckily COVID comes. So now I'm not in school, so at least I have an excuse of COVID.
Yeah.
Schools are not happening. So at least I'm glad we don't have to deal with the school issue right now.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what happens. I enter Miss University. Again, I win Miss University.
Wow.
But for me, it was a God thing, I must say. Or I chose to see God in it. I never saw me any single moment, especially knowing where God has taken me from.
Yeah.
Like God really can take you from being homeless to being this. And I also remember in my homeless situation, I listened to Steve Harvey. He's one of the people that God sent. You know, God will send you people that you need to listen to. They will not be like people around you.
Yeah.
Now we have phones. Social media is large. So I listened to Steve Harvey's story. He's like, God can really change your life. And he's sharing his testimony of how he slept in the car for 3 years. He lost everything he owned. He just asked God. He prayed, and God took him to where he is. And then he would say, if you want what I have, then ask God. So I remember in that car homeless situation, I was like, well, then if it was possible for Steve, it can be possible for me. So that added a level of faith. I was like, God changed my life. And I made the same prayer Steve made. If you change my life, I will tell everyone it was you. So for me, winning crowns, I wanted to keep my word. I will tell everyone it was you. Because most of the time as beauty queens, we win these crowns and we make it about ourselves.
That's
we are
true.
beautiful. This is what we do. We are queens. And but for me, it was a covenant that I made. I didn't know about covenant prayers, but I think I made a covenant prayers.
You did?
That if you change my life, I will tell them it was you. And so I get to mistook, I win. I tell people it was him.
Yes.
Everywhere I go, everyone's like, oh my God, mistook. Everyone sees you. But you telling them, no, it's God. This is, he has brought me this far. Then I tell people, God took me from being homeless. That is why I'm never ashamed of my story. Because I want people to really see what God can work with. He can work with nothing.
That's true.
He can change anything. So when I enter Miss University, I felt like I was dealing with giants. I'm dealing with big schools with a lot of access to a lot of money and resources who can come show up in the competition in very grand ways. And I at the time don't have any money. But God commands people. I do like a fundraise of some sort that I did not know was a fundraise at the time. A pastor finds me, go like, hi, what is wrong in here? What are you doing? Like, doing Miss University, but I don't have the funding for this. And go like, you too. Let that not worry you. People always support a vision. People will support you. And true, they supported me. I get my things that I need. Then I go. And as I was praying about it, God gives me this verse that he gave to the Israelites. The Egyptians you see today, you shall see them no more.
Amen.
Be still. And so I entered the competition with that. Every time I felt fearful, like, oh my, can I win this? Because this one time, this guy gave me a small stipend from school to support me that was not yet enough. And he tells me, if pesa nakupea, don't even use it for this pageant. Wenda ufungue biashara. Like, so what biashara ufunguaring with 20,000 surely? And ufungue biashara. I'm like, I will win. Collect no one from two queens. This is already predetermined. Oh, USIU will win. Oh, Nenid will win. Then I'm like, the God that made me miss too. Because they had the already chosen winner.
Yes.
The God that overthrew your winner. Because he told me, like, he had the audacity to tell you, we didn't think you would win. You were a surprise. We had this person in mind. I'm like, the God that made me a surprise to you will make me win if it's his plan. And I go.
Wow.
So the words still, but the words he said are still disturbing me.
That's
you won't
true.
win, you won't win. These people have an upper hand. So God speaks to that, you know, to those words, to those noises, to that enemy word, and tells me the Egyptians you see today, yes, they may come in strong. Pharaoh was strong. He had chariots and all this manner of things. They may come in strong with all that, but the Egyptians you see today, you shall see them no more. So that grounded me. And I won. Truly, I did not see them.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and I became Miss University.
Oh, wow.
So that is faith grown. I'm like seeing the faithfulness of God. Like, you promised the plans you have for me are to prosper me and not to harm me. And He is fulfilling it step by step. So I would cry after every crown. I'm like, why me, Lord? Why me? Like, why me of all people? And it really kept me humble. That grounds me to know that it was God every single step of the way. It was not by my might, it is not by my power. And that story helps me, like, tells me how God can do a lot with nothing.
Yeah.
Like, no season is permanent. Imagine if I had committed suicide, I would have missed out on Miss Chuk, on Miss University, on Miss World. They keep on going. So I go to Miss World Kenya.
Oh my goodness.
And they tell me, you are too short. But I'm really short for my industry. All this is by grace. Because Miss Chuk, they were so tall. Miss University, they are so tall. I'm just short, but I keep winning regardless. So people tell me, don't even bother applying for Miss World Kenya. You will not even make it to the boot camp. You are short.
Yeah, I mean, those people.
I know. Do not listen to them. People will crush your spirit. But then I pray. And I apply. I'm like, God, I was short, but you gave me all these other two.
When do you pay height?
Exactly.
So,
now, when do you pay height? I mean, if you knew I needed to be taller, you'd made me taller. So I apply. I get the call to go to the boot camp. I'm like, I made it. Now, I didn't have high expectations for this, and honestly told God, get me to the boot camp. I'll be grateful. I just wanted to experience the Miss World Kenya boot camp because I saw it. I was like, wow, this is nice. This is so good. So I just want to experience that. But as the days went by, my prayers increased. Oh God, please don't let me get eliminated because people are going home. As we're shortlisting to have this number of 17 people. I get to the finale. I am among the 17.
Oh my. I'm
like, wow, Lord.
Jesus.
From never getting to the boot camp to 2 weeks later, I am now on the finale. And we do the competition, then I get to the top 9. I'm like, oh, wow. I do the Q&A. I didn't advance much further. I didn't get to the top 5 or the top 3. But at least with the Q&A, I spoke my heart. Yeah. And at least it was possible for anyone who thought it was not possible. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Hey, this is a journey of grace. It's a journey of favor. Hey, Miata, I am lost for words. And I'm just thinking that this is one of those stories that people need to hear so that they don't end their life just because they feel
of a temporary situation.
Of a temporary. Don't make a permanent decision because of a temporary.
That is exactly what I used to apply for Miss World. I'm like, this is my statement. I just want to ensure people know that things change. And in that night of Miss World is when God spoke to me about this book. He was like, I have given you a voice for your generation. You need to speak up.
Yes.
Because the thing was, in the crowd, I didn't have anyone in the crowd. My family wasn't able to come. My friends weren't able to come. So I was just me and an audience full of other people's people.
Oh my goodness.
But during the Q&A, everyone resonated with what I was saying. Everyone was screaming, was applauding, was what. Very receptive. And when I'm exiting, God is like, I've given you a voice for this generation. Speak up. And that is when I started writing this book.
Awaken.
Yeah.
Know who you are, whose you are, and the truth spoken about you.
Yeah.
Linet Kinya, a voice for my generation.
Yeah.
And then you've put Hosea 4:6, my people perish for lack of knowledge. Wow. I see our time is far much spent.
Really?
But I would love just to ask, just to get to know the journey of writing this book. Why is it important for people to know who they are? Why is identity important for people to know who they truly are? Why is it important? And what would you want people to get from this book?
First of all, I would like them to get this verse that we always quote, but I don't know whether we apply. My people perish for a lack of knowledge. Like in my depression, I nearly perished for a lack of knowledge. And that is exactly what God has been doing every single step of the way, giving me knowledge to sustain me that I may not perish. So in that season, I am depressed. I feel hopeless. He tells me, for I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Like knowing the truth saved me. Applying the truth saved me. Like the Egyptians you see today, you shall see them no more. It saved me, you know. So I was like given this word, awaken people. Like you need to know who you are as a child of God. And that is why I think faith is very key in mental health. Spirituality is very key. You need to know who you are as a child of God. What does God say about you? Because this world is very spiritual. The world is spiritual. We are either God or the enemy. The enemy will come fight you. He will not fight you physically. He will fight you with thoughts of frustrations, closed doors that God intends to use for good, but he will make you feel like they are not working for your good. And yet God says that all things work together for good for those that love and trust me. So I was going through depression. The enemy was showing me how I will never make it. I am at the end of it all. God is like, I will use it for good. So knowing that truth, which side do you focus on? Do you know who you are as a child of God? Do you know what he has spoken concerning you? Do you know whose you are? Do you know your God, like your maker? You know, yeah, I think that aspect is very, very important. And that is what the book entails. That is what I hope people will know, like who they are, what God speaks about them. Yeah, that's how we need to live this life. Apply the scriptures on a daily. Yeah.
Oh, that's powerful, Linet. I mean, I'm so blessed. And I see some comments here. A touching story. Mpaka machozi ikanyemelea kwa macho. May God give you more grace, favor, and glory to draw more people to God. You are extremely beautiful, inside out, you know. And Charles the priest also adding, this is such a beautiful testimony. I also see another comment here, also someone saying how they are moved and encouraged by your testimony. Oh, this is amazing. I mean, I am so blessed just listening to you, listening to your story, and even the fact that you're reminding us to know who we are, whose we are, and the words that God has spoken over us. I mean, that in itself is so powerful, because if only we walk with that awareness, oh, we will believe God for more. And for me, you have increased my faith, because I'm like, girl, you just tell God, if you put me number 3, and then you just you get it. God, you know, do this, and God literally like even outdoes,
because you ask not.
I mean,
up your ass. That is what Steve says. Up your ass, and he will up his give.
Hey, that is a powerful quote. You know, I'm so blessed by your testimony, and just to see the journey that God has taken you through, from someone who had depression, homeless, suicidal thoughts, to a beauty queen who is doing so much. And there's a sash that you've worn, Universal Woman, Africa. Please do tell us briefly about that, because I see time is far much spent, but just briefly what that sash is about.
So I became Universal Woman Africa last year. I contended first for Universal Woman Kenya.
Yes.
That is a whole other testimony by itself.
We need another show.
Yeah, I won that, then went to represent Kenya last year in Cambodia, and came back as Universal Woman Africa. Yeah, and that is really to say, God can do a lot.
God.
Like, I don't know who is going through what, but I hope they know that it's not over for them. Yeah, it is not over for them. If they have lost all hope in everything, let them turn to God, because we are not born by mistake. We are all here because God intended for us to be here. You know, no matter what background you come from, if God has given you life, he has a purpose. And though we may go through challenges, we may have ups and downs, I hope they know that there is always joy. Like the Bible says, morning may endure a night, but joy comes in the morning. Joy will always come. Just endure the storms, and then your joy is coming. Like your testimony is coming. Your plans to prosper, to harm you is gonna come.
Amen. Oh, this is so beautiful. And maybe let the people know how they can get your book, how they can interact with you on social media. I'm sure some maybe young girls would want to text you and just, ask you a few questions. So how can people get to you?
Okay, my book is on Amazon. Yeah, they can buy it there. Awaken. Awaken is on Amazon.
Yes.
And my social media, Instagram is official _Linet _Kinya. And TikTok, I think, is the same, official Linet Kinya. YouTube, official Linet Kinya. Yeah.
Kinya from Kenya.
Kinya from Kenya.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Linet, for coming through, for just honoring the invitation and bringing your bedazzle and the beauty, and also just your relationship with God, sharing that part of your life with us. I think it's beautiful. And this is not the end. You still have more crowns to wear. You have more places to go. And as God is lifting you up, the beauty of it is that you're also lifting his banner up. So the sky is the limit. Even the sky is not even the limit. Like, there's no limit to what God can do through someone who is obedient, through someone who wants the glory to go to him. Because as he is lifting you up, his name is also going up. So I just believe that this is just the beginning. In fact, you've just started. And the journey will continue to go on and on and on. Just keep and guard that sacred place. You and your God, because when the world came crashing down, you ran to him. And I believe that is where it all began. You ran to him in his house, even when you were homeless, because he opened his arms to receive you. So this is just the beginning. We will look back and call this the humble beginning. Because there's somewhere you're headed that whoever is told will not even believe it. And I believe that the Lord is going to do that for you. So thank you for coming through. Thank you for inspiring us.
Thank you so much. This is an honor. I hope someone is empowered to believe that there's something more for them.
Absolutely. Even me, I am empowered. So empowered. So thank you so much, Linet. And also thank you to our viewers for tuning in today. I hope you've been encouraged and inspired. Linet told me she just wants that by the end of this interview, you would be encouraged and that you will know who you are, whose you are, and the words that have been spoken over you. So do not perish because you lack knowledge. Don't kill yourself because life is hard. That season is temporary, and God still has a good plan for you, a plan to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you a hope and a future. You just have to believe that. Go to him, cry out to him like Linet did, and I believe that no one will even believe when you tell them of what God has done for you. So we've come to the end of the show. I feel so heartbroken that this 1 hour has flown like nobody's business, but it is well. We'll see you guys tomorrow. And my name is Beatrice Nudi. Have a blessed day.